Welcome to the mobile MD-80 cockpit. Drunk pilot? They say they're ready, but look at that alignment. That is just wrong. Let's see what happens on the takeoff. It looks like the plane is trapping. It's not aligned with the runway. Let's see how it looks like on the landing. It looks like the plane is going in the wrong direction. Why? When we are turning around and going on final to make our approach on the runway, we would like to have the runway straight ahead in front of us in the same direction as we're flying. Let's try to have a look at the cockpit. The video is taken from the center of the cockpit. Now see, the yellow line is 90 degrees left and right. The orange line is 45 degrees left and right, and the red line is 0 degrees straight ahead. The runway should be placed just in front of the captain. The blue markings are our screens. Now see, here we have the captain view, and you see we have actually moved our angles a little bit from the center of the cockpit. So let's try to get back to the simulator and make some movie from the cockpit seat and see what happens.
100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
See, that was not so bad. So we must conclude we need to have the runway straight in front of the captain's seat. Before 2016, I have the center line in the middle of the plane. It benefits that both pilots could see the same view, but you will see when I put on the screens that it gives a bigger problem. Because if the pilot have to look at the center screen to the center line and look at the runway will appear to the right side almost 20 degrees. It will look like you are flying in heavy crosswind. Therefore, some of the real pilots have problems by landing the simulator because they was not expecting this scenario. You can make this thing better by set up a round screen about 5 meters from the captain's seat. This is the same picture that is shown on this screen. It's more like you take the 5 screens I have in the cockpit and move 5 meters away and just blow up the picture. But it gives a whole other scenario that is easier to correct, so it looks like in the real life. You see now when the captain is not looking at the center screen, he's looking outside the cockpit at the center line, and now it's only 10 degrees out of line. Here we see if he looks at the center screen inside the cockpit, you will see the angle is larger and it's harder to correct. So when we have the screens close to our cockpit seats, the runway will seem more out of line, and it looks like we have a hard crosswind when we are flying. But see what happens to our instructor place when we have the center line in front of the captain's seat. Our instructor have to look 45 degrees to the left to see the center line. That's another problem when we have the center line at the captain's seat. You see we have the screens 90 degree left and 0 straight ahead, 30 degrees right, 60 degrees right, and 90 degrees right. But the screen 0 and 90 degrees, we cannot pull the picture so hard, so we have a dead spot or dead angle between those two screens, the two first screens at the left side. I hope you have understand how the setup is working at the cockpit. So let's take it for a spin. We are approaching in a right turn, because then we have the runway gliding over the three screens that are nicely aligned. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the landing.